Hey everyone, welcome back to Crypto Cash. Thanks again for joining me here. Hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look here again at Celestia. It's been a little while since we covered this. We got this descending trend here on the daily, effectively breaking above, likely to continue higher, but we're going to double check a few things to make sure that's confirmed, right? Because again, typically with the bull flag, you see the price action break out, it'll retest and continue further up. So there is potential that that is the case. Is this a guarantee? No, but statistical probability, right? That's all we go on here with trading. I hope you're new to the channel. Sorry, I said that earlier today. I hope you learned something here today. Welcome if you are new to the channel. Thanks so much for joining me here. Do me a favor, hit the like button before we get started just to help promote these videos. Of course, YouTube kind of really blows on recommending my content. So if you're new, welcome aboard. Thanks again so much for joining me here. Quick little heads up, I do offer a trading academy, community, and signals group. Link down below if you're curious about that. We had some really solid trades here recently with Injective, Celestia, and then SEI last night. Caught that pump. And that was actually a bull flag pattern breakout as well. So these things do have a tendency of doing well. You could also argue that this is already broken out, and that might be the extent of it, but we're going to find out. So some things we want to be mindful of for starters on the daily time frame. We kind of go zoom out a little bit here. We're going to look at the volume profile and see where we're at. Generally speaking, we do have heavier concentration of volume at the lower price points, but we can see, of course, just this higher concentration just above the price action. Truth is, we're right in between, right within the actual levels here. So I mean, we got somewhat of resistance, but we're also somewhat in the channel here too. It really depends on how far you zoom in, generally speaking, but we can generally understand that $17 is a pretty realistic resistance range for us. And with us being below that, it would be very, very helpful to close above, right? That just seems pretty likely. You can also see pretty obvious here. Look how many daily candlestick closures we've seen at this level. So I'm going to just mark that as a line, kind of just a support or resistance level we need to be mindful of. Because when we zoom out, we can kind of see a different story altogether. There's also, what, $12, if I saw correctly, was the concentration of levels here. Let's zoom in a little bit here. But yeah, generally speaking, volume profile is a good thing to kind of give you perspective on roughly where things are at. Okay, so again, we got this previous support range here. We can pull this up a little bit. That's roughly what we want to be focusing on. Okay? So does that mean the price will pull down to that level? Not necessarily. It just implies we want to be mindful of it. Okay. So now that we got those levels drawn out, we got the MACD trying to converge, hasn't yet. Stochastic is swinging up, of course. That's natural for the price to break a descending trend. And then concurrent, we can also see we're sub 50 on the RSI. That's not a good sign. I like to be over 50 on the RSI when I take long positions on the daily. In most cases, that's what I'm looking for. Is that a 100% guarantee that I have to have that? No. But being below two of the important moving averages, the 20 and the 50, leads me to believe we're still within a resistance level and we're not going to have any type of monumental increase until we can close at 17 or higher. You can see both these moving averages, the important ones here, hanging out right there at that level. Okay, so just some things to kind of think about. 4-hour time frame. What are we looking at here? Well, let's, before we forget, go ahead and draw out some fib levels just so we know, generally speaking, where the price action's at. In fact, let's go ahead and look at the potential retracement levels here as well for this, because again, depending on where you're at with each coin, right, you'll see different patterns type of emerge, right? So with us having this larger time frame movement here, with this being the top, we've had 5 effective waves to the upside. We should experience a lower low and a lower high moving forward. So hypothetically, the price comes up to, what do you know, 1750 to 1830 range, rejects, comes down to establish somewhat of a lower low. It could literally look like this, where the price comes up here, comes down to pivot off this $12 mark. So do you wait for $12 to happen before you get in? Probably not necessarily. That's not a guarantee either. It's just a statistical probability. So I just want to throw that out there so you can kind of see. I would say better case scenario, getting in between 12 and 13 seems like a better case scenario there. Okay, but truth is we're still below majority moving averages, if not all of them. I mean, minus the 20 and the 4-hour, basically letting us know that we've confirmed a bit of a shift in momentum, but we're not out of the woods yet. Tons of resistance between the current price action and roughly $18. Okay, you can see all these resistance levels kind of right here, more specifically this guy right here to 17 even. So I would be remiss if the price continues upwards from here without recourse. So let's take a quick look at the 4-hour stochastic swinging down. That's per usual when you get rejected off of that level. We can see that $17 mark holding pretty strong as resistance. MACD is trying to diverge, hasn't fully diverged yet. We are losing 50 on the RSI, not a good sign. If we lose that today, I would say that might be a confirmational sign to consider going to the downside or short. Hypothetically, that could have some success. Again, we're below a lot of moving averages, and we're seeing a few divergences. Okay, so there's more statistical probability the price is going to go down than up based on the 4-hour time frame. Do you base your trade on one time frame? You do not. I want to double check a few things here. We've lost the conversion lines below the baseline. That's a bearish sign. We're treading water above the cloud. And then, of course, we see here lagging span is not free and clear. So there's no reason to take a long or a short at this point. What I would say is a possibility here is to effectively consider a short position if and when we close below the cloud. So just say the price goes sideways for 12 to 24 more hours. If this time tomorrow we cannot surpass 17 and or just say 1640 as a better estimate, then I think it's realistic to say the price will be more likely to go down. Okay, so again, waiting for confirmation is important, so I would highly recommend that. We're just going to go ahead and put a little X on the chart here. That's ultimately what I'm looking for confirmation as far as the hourly is concerned. Does that guarantee the price is just going to go down from there? No, we want to look at other things too. But if the price goes to that level, we can presume we're going to be under 50 in the RSI on the 4-hour. We can presume we're going to stay under all moving averages too, and we're likely to have a divergence on the MACD too. So those are all confirming factors that should be present under the impression we continue sideways and down here. At that point, I'd feel much more confident taking a short than I would right now. Again, this is just me personally saying what I think I would do. What do I know? We only had 100% success rate last month with all of our trades that we took. Keep in mind, we've had a lot less short positions and long positions, and as you can see, the longs are highly profitable, much more than down. So I rarely recommend a short position. That's why I think waiting for confirmation here would be ideal. Again, a lot of this hinges on how Bitcoin behaves, but generally speaking, Bitcoin goes sideways this weekend. I think Celestia will come down if we get confirmation below the cloud. Okay, again, those are just some confirming factors. Is it a guarantee? No. But truth is, we did break this descending trend in a larger time frame, so there could be a significant increase in value too from this coin. That's why you want to wait a little bit longer. You don't just jump in willy-nilly here. I think it's a little premature. Okay, so hopefully that made sense. I described that correctly. Thank you so much for watching. Please do me a favor. Once again, hit the like button on the video. And then, of course, if you want to trade Celestia on one of the best exchanges that we offer, or we are offered in the US and Canada, no KYC or VPN required, nice leverage exchange. Check them out. Link down below. Celestia will be available, from what I understand. I've put a request in for this coin as of Monday. Monday, they're supposed to update a lot of new trading pairs to the exchange. I hope that works well and serves you well. Thank you so much for watching again. Have a great rest of the day. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.